Hi there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 12, I don't have enough fingers, of our Supersize Your Business annual challenge. I like to call it the Supersize Challenge because I think people get really scared off when they hear the word annual. They think, oh my God, I can't do anything for a year. I can't do anything every day for a year. And you don't have to. I highly recommend that you do because I've seen how powerful it is in my life and in the lives of the people that actually join me in the annual challenge. But it's better to pop in and out and do what you can on a daily basis than it is to just write yourself off in the beginning of the year. However, this is a time of year, we're on day 12 of the new year. Usually by day 14, 90+% of the people that have set New Year's resolutions have already given up on them or have already quit the intention that they had at the beginning of the year. That is a really sad statistic, but it applies to absolutely everything, right? The 93.7% rule, the 80-20 rule, they're all statistically true because they've been borne out over time and they've been proven to be numerically and statistically true. But guess what? You get to decide what percentage you're going to be in. Are you going to be in the 1% to 10% of most successful people in the world and successful businesses in the world? Or are you going to just be in the middle and being mediocre? That's always our choice. We don't always feel like it is, which is what today's topic is about. But it absolutely positively is. Everybody that you see succeeding has gone through the exact same stages and phases, and some people just get through them faster than others, right? And I've seen that in different businesses and different industries personally. Some businesses have been super duper easy for me. Others have been soul sucking and terrible for me. And I've learned finally that it's because they're not the right business for me. It's not the right business for me to be in. So today we are looking at our primary emotions. Why? Because as much as we like to think we are these objective, rational, thinking human beings as individuals, much less putting a bunch of individuals together for our businesses, we positively are not. We are first and foremost emotional, feeling, sensing. It's the reason we have 5 or 6 senses or more is because that's how we take in the information about the world around us, and that's how we feel safe and secure. So today we're going to ask ourselves, and we're going to pay attention as we go about our day, what are the primary emotions that I and the other people in my organization are experiencing on a daily basis right now, today? Just it's a snapshot of today. And we want to come up with and identify the top 3. Now, some might be positive, some might be negative. Don't filter out, just observe what actually is going on. For example, is your environment and are the people feeling pressure or stress or anxiety or chaotic or overwhelmed or burnt out or joyous, happy, excited, curious, energized? What is it? What emotions, what feelings are both you and what are you observing in your organization as you go about your daily business? Because we want to find out what are the top 3, meaning what do we feel the most often? What just keeps coming up again and again and again and again and again? And I guarantee you, if you look for it, you will see it. But just remember to take your rose-colored glasses off as the owner or founder of your business and say, okay, what's really going on? So for example, I did this a little bit today, and originally I had put curiosity, excitement, infinite possibilities. And then I thought, okay, well, really, is that what's going on in the organizations that I'm a part of? Yes, but is it the most prevalent thing that I'm seeing? Absolutely not. More like fighting fires, sense of urgency, responsibility, feeling responsible for things that I have no control over. Anybody else do that? Sometimes. But the truth is, when we own a business and are a founder of a business, we are responsible for everything that happens in it. Legally, we are responsible for everything that happens in it. And a lot of businesses are finding that out right now, that even if you don't know, but you should have known, you can be held accountable to it under the law. All right, not a lawyer. Let's not ever take legal advice from me. That's why I have a lawyer that I go to when I have legal questions. As far as ethical and moral questions, that's up to us to draw the line in the sand. What is and is not right for us. What is and is not acceptable. I like to take a very common sense approach to life. And I just think simple things like we learned in kindergarten, remember that book? Everything I need to know I learned in kindergarten, which is so true. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Be curious. Be excited. Be positive. Be a helper and a contributor to the rest of the world. Make the world a better place. Make the kindergarten a better place, right? Make friends. Treat people kindly, right? Nobody wants to be treated unkindly. So I'm getting off topic. Today, 3 emotions that you're experiencing the most in your business. Share them in the comments below and just put a little plus or minus by them. Do you consider this a negative thing or a positive thing? I actually got 1 positive and 2 negatives. So that, it's just a self-awareness exercise. That tells me that I want to minimize those negative things and try to eliminate them. We're never going to eliminate them 100%. It's like I worked on frustration a lot last year. Do I still feel frustrated? Yes. Do I experience it a little? Way less than I did beginning of last year. I would say at least an 80 to 90% reduction in the amount of time, and especially in the intensity with which I feel frustrated. Why? Because I realized I was creating the situations that make me feel frustrated. I could give you some examples of that. If you want some, hit me up and ask. Otherwise, go out, make it an amazing day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow for day 13 of our challenge. And we're going to hop into a framework that I came up with during the pandemic called the SOAP framework for dealing with problems and challenges. Why? So I want you to have a problem-solving tool right off the bat this year. So whatever comes up, you know you've got it handled and that you will make the best possible choice and decision and actions for that each and every time. All right? Have an awesome day. See you tomorrow.